Sorry.
Okay, so go ahead whenever you're ready. What you do in your name and your occupation.
Steven Escobar, that's an American name. Latino is Steven Escobar.
So what do you do in, what is your occupation?
Well, I've done for over 12 years healthcare finance and account receivables, and currently also media, promotions, marketing, PR.
Okay, so I want to ask you about a certain girl that you may have seen around Hollywood by the name of Sabrina Parisi. And when you answer these questions, use her name first. So tell me how you know Sabrina Parisi and what you know about Sabrina Parisi.
All right, do I be honest critic?
Yes, honest critic, as honest as you can. If you hate her, I want to know about it.
Honestly, real, I hear Sabrina is the dreamer, like I say before, and many of you, I know her as the American dreaming girl. If you would like to quote that, American dreamer girl. Because people talks about Sabrina this, Sabrina that, and some of my colleagues, I'm talking photographers and other people in the media industry, tell me, Sabrina says this, Sabrina is that, and I got a question mark. Big question mark is, Sabrina, yes, I know who's Sabrina, but I have not seen anything. She's just a fantasy? She's fantasizing? I don't know, it's just a big question mark. But yes, I do know personally Sabrina, and our conversation have been kind of short. I think we need to spend more time with each other and learn about each other, because I think there's a lot more for people to know who is really Sabrina.
Okay, this dreamer, Sabrina Parisi, let me ask you, what do you suppose her motivation is to actually put it into, why would people even talk about this woman if she's such a dreamer?
Everyone has like a princess. I feel, she is a princess that has a dream, and she is the little princess out there, and has all these fantasies. So that becomes a dream. Something that she wants, that sometimes it may happen, sometimes it may not happen.
What do you suppose is her biggest motivation to drive her towards this dream world she lives in?
I think the people around her, surroundings, environment that she is into, that's why it lets her to continue on. And there's nothing wrong being a dreamer, by the way. I can say I admire and applaud her, and I think everyone out there watching should be able to dream about their fantasies and what they want to accomplish, and so then they make it a reality in their life.
Do you feel it's difficult to make it in the entertainment business and in Hollywood?
Oh yes, it is a lot of competition. I'm so sad to say that, and a special message to Sabrina, it is tough. Oh my God, we had, I don't have big names, but, like who I can say, Jamie Foxx, I don't really want to throw names out there because I don't have it at this moment, but it is tough. Every time I turn my eyes or my head to the left or right, people want to be an actress and actor. They want to break it to the Hollywood. It is tough. I mean, come on, a lot of Latin people as well, they want to cross over to the American. And listen, I use hard in my radio show on Friday, and I say there's a lot of singers, starving artists out there, and I will say this by knowing very close actresses and actresses, that it is, some of them they're starving, but they have the support, financially support, and also their parents. Some of them they're wealthy, they come from a wealthy background, and that makes them to pursue their dream.
What do you suppose, what do you think the men think of Sabrina?
I think they love her. She has very positive attitude.
Can I start you again? Can you say that the men, they would love Sabrina, use her name in there so we can, okay, go ahead.
The man loves Sabrina because of her attitude, because of her energy. I think, when you have a positive attitude, positive energy, and we get that into our soul, that makes us to be one to be part of. And that's why Sabrina, it gives that to you, the listeners out there or the viewers.
Would you imagine that Sabrina Parisi is a single girl?
I had big question marks, a lot of them. So maybe she has somebody. We don't know. We have to find out soon.
Have you ever seen Sabrina Parisi with a man in Hollywood?
My guesses and my sources, they have told me that she had a person following her everywhere, her moves. And something I can be honest right now is people say Sabrina is here, Sabrina is on this magazine, on that, because this person did it for her. So maybe there is a big question mark, and we need to discover that.
What do you know about Sabrina's fashion line, the Frogganizer?
I hear that and I was laughing. Now I'm laughing again. Because I'm like, frog? Somebody wearing a frog? I never saw it, by the way. I did glimpse some photos on the internet, and I was like, this is the person you're talking about? Not too much, not so excited. But hey, I don't know the lady, so maybe soon when I know her, that's why I say we need to know. There's so much about Sabrina that we don't know. This interview, and there's so much content that we need to discover out there.
So when is the first time you met Sabrina Parisi? Do you recall that moment or not vaguely?
I do recall seeing her on multiple occasions, but I'm doing my own stuff, my own world. Sometimes we are in our own world, and I had it to, basically, there was no interaction.
Okay, so if there's one thing about Sabrina Parisi that stands out, sum it up for me in a few words.
Well, I'm going to give credit to Exotic Lady when she was a judge, which, I was a judge as well in May 2011. It was an honor and a pleasure working with her. I had a little time to know her and interact with her, and I felt that she didn't care my opinion, which that makes me, it makes me respect her, because she was also open-minded to respect my opinion. And asking her a couple questions and knowing my responses, she didn't take it the wrong way. She is very open-minded, and I think that makes and separates Sabrina Parisi from everyone's out there.
Okay, Sabrina Parisi is an author and an artist. Have you had an opportunity to read any of her published books out there?
I have not seen the books. I would love to get some, so ship it to me to P.O. Box 292306, LA, California 90029. And I would love to read it. I mean, I get a lot of books coming over and, for people, but I would love to see. I have seen some of her media coverage, but it's in a language which I personally told her recently, I do not understand it.
Like, what else you got? Anything?
I like it.
Anything?
About something to do with what you think. You already asked what you think they look on her, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think we have everything. And they said the word.
So, in your own words, just to sum this up, give me a few words that you may want to add to anything about Sabrina Parisi that you know or you may not know, anything you want to know or you don't want to know. I'd like to hear about it.
Well, I can say that we all want to know, even my followers, my listeners, my readers. We want to know who really Sabrina, how she lives her life. We need to maybe go to inside, exclusive, behind the scenes. This is how Sabrina wake up. This is how Sabrina breathe. This is how Sabrina daily life. When she wake up from bed, what she does. Interaction with the philanthropic community. She's involved with any nonprofit. How she interact with them. I think we need to know that. And there should be a more out there content for her fans and people to know. And can say I feel blush being part of this interview and share a little bit of what I know her. But I want to know more, so I would love to really invest and can say lead, like they say roommate living, to know each other's the good and the bad of a person. And I tell people to continue watching to this series because there's more about Sabrina to come.
That was so good.
That was good. I can't think.
Please tell me more.
I mean, I'm